Did you know there's an easy and an inexpensive way for you to power your appliances on your sailboat with clean, renewable energy? Hi, I'm Turner with Secondhand Sailors. You stick around, I'm going to show you how we did it. When we purchased Daisy May, our 1988 Pearson, the previous owner had already installed 4 100-watt solar panels on the stern. These panels feed the house bank batteries, which keep up with our 12-volt needs. With our 12-volt needs being met, we still wanted some extra power, so Renee could power some appliances in the kitchen, so that way she would have a fully functioning galley. Because we still want to use a coffee pot when we're at anchor. Considering the cost of the new generator, not to mention the fuel and the noises, we decided to go with another solar powered system. I purchased a book. It's called Solar Power for Dummies. I read that book and went ahead and designed us a system for this boat that would be equivalent to a generator. It's given me a 3 kilowatt system. The components of our 3 kilowatt system, we had 3 100-watt 12-volt floppy panels that we put up, 3 100-watt 12-volt lithium batteries we used. We had 1 30-amp charge controller. We had 1 2,000-watt Renogy pure sine wave inverter. We used 6 battery cables to connect the batteries. We had a digital battery voltage meter, a 20-amp GFCI receptacle, and a gang box that the receptacle mounts into, or where it mounts into the wall down below. And I had miscellaneous wire and connectors. Now when I priced and I put all this together, I came up with just a little over $1,100. After pricing my parts and pieces that I was going to need for the solar panel system, it looked like it was going to cost me right about $1,100, which is pretty good compared to what the generator was going to be. But just the generator is $8,500. Now let me walk you through our system and kind of show you what I did so that you have a better understanding. We decided to go with 3 monolithic solar panels. They're 100 watts each, 12 volt, and they're flexibles. This way we can mount them with stainless steel nuts and washers directly down to our bimini top, and we don't have to purchase a racking system to hold them. Now these panels, the way they work, they absorb the energy from the sun, they turn it into DC power, and then they send it down the wires towards the batteries. Now to keep these 12 volt panels, all 12 volt as I go down through our system, we wind up wiring all the positives together and all the negatives together, and then wind up running our wiring on down through a waterproof plug into the hull of the boat. Now that gives us 300 watts of power, 12 volt, coming in per hour. Now each panel contains 2 wires. There's a hot wire and a ground wire. Now we run these wires all the way down and then through into the lazarette compartment down here. I've got batteries down here and a charge controller. The wires run through the charge controller first, which does exactly what it says. It controls the amount of energy coming in so it can be stored into the batteries. Now originally there was a generator down in this lazarette, but now I've got 3 batteries and then all this storage. All right, I'm squeezed in down inside the lazarette, and I'm going to show you our system. The wires come from the solar panels, come through a wire, and come in here, which is a 30 amp charge controller. They'll have where it says in from the panels, you wire it in. Then they got out to the batteries, and you got wires coming out from there going to your batteries. Now what I did was I've got 3 lithium batteries, 12 volt, 100 amp, that hold the energy and store it. Now to turn this energy In the AC power, I have to wire in. I've wired in this inverter, 2000 watt inverter, the pure sine wave, 12 volt, and then I took and wired me in a button in the kitchen where I can turn this on and off in there. I also wired in a digital uh, meter like this one where I can see how much load I have and how much power I still have down in the kitchen. And then all I had to do then is go ahead and run my wiring on around to a receptacle in the galley area. Another benefit for this inverter is that it has a receptacle right on the end, and I was able to plug in a cord, a little drop light for down in here, in case also if we need to do any work out here in the cockpit, I can still run a drill. All right, we're down here in the galley, and here's where I run the receptacle in, down here. And here's our button that goes to our energy inverter, turns it on and off right here, and then our monitor is right here above it. It looks like we're at 13.3 on it right now. And we're made coffee this morning with it, and then cook with her induction pot. Her Instapot. We use an induction cooker. It doesn't heat up everything in here, and it's renewable energy. Disclaimer: we're not electricians. This is simply how we did it, and this is not a how-to video. I want you to always use common sense, be safe, and abide by all laws in your area. Now I've shown you our system. It's renewable power, renewable energy, and I think it's better than a big old nasty generator. You guys let me know what you think, and leave me some comments down in the comment section. And if y'all like the video, leave us a thumbs up. Until next week, remember, tell your mom and them Turner said hey.